Hey guys, so I wanted to start a new vlog today and we don't have electricity. So I don't know. I wanted to do like a new to author type of thing, and I thought I'd do like Riley Sager. I haven't read any Riley Sager books, and I have like a few ebooks of those, so I wanted to read like three, actually just three, and then so I can get like an average rating of how I like feel about the author. So I'm gonna do that. But my thing now is, when I left on Friday, right, we didn't have electricity for like about 20 hours. As soon as we got into the car to leave on Friday, the electricity came back. So then we went to my grandmother's place for the weekend, and my sister called us today in the afternoon. She's like, I hope you guys have your phones charged and your like laptops and everything charged, because the electricity just left again. And I don't know. So yeah, we'll see when I actually start like reading the books. But yeah, I don't know, I'm a little bit stressed out. But yeah, I just feel like there's something like seriously wrong with like our substation, because over the past like couple of months this has been happening regularly. Okay, like it's an ongoing thing. So I just think there's something like seriously wrong with our substations, because there's no electricity in like a large part of our area. Like it stretches. Okay, so yeah, let me just, I don't know. I don't know. I feel so lost when there's no electricity. Like I'm just like, I just feel really lost. And but yeah, I guess we will. Yeah. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I wanted to just give you like a quick little update. I am going to start with Riley Sager's the first Riley Sager book today, and the electricity came back at like 11 p.m. yesterday, and I couldn't have been bothered to start reading or to film or anything like that. So thought we'd do that now. I'm just quickly heading out to the mall with my little sister. So yeah. But I thought we could like just talk about the books. So I have like 4 books. I have Lock Every Door, I have The Last Time I Lied, I have The House Across the Lake, and I have The Only One Left. And I'm going to look through the Goodreads reviews on those books so I can like see which one I'm going to start with. I know The House Across the Lake is very popular. I know that one is very, very popular. And so yes, so I'm just getting ready and my little sister just came in. She disturbed me. As I was saying that I'm going to start with the one that has the highest ratings. I'm looking here on Goodreads, and Lock Every Door has a 3.9 stars. The Last Time I Lied has about a 4.03 stars. The House Across the Lake has about a 3.6 stars, and The Only One Left has a 4.14 stars. And I think that's definitely the one I'm going to start with. That's one with the highest like rating. And yeah, that's what I'm going to start with. I'm in a bit of a hurry. So yeah, let me just quickly finish my makeup and then we can head over to, I tried to do like a light beats today, but I feel like I always go like overboard. But anyway, let me just quickly finish and then I can leave. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take you guys along because like I said, I want to film short form content. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that part, but yeah. We're at the typewriter again. Lenora in her wheelchair and me standing beside her. As I place her left hand atop the keys, a fresh page sits in the carriage, replacing the one from last night. Now, face up on the desk, it serves as partial transcript of our conversation. I want to tell you everything, things I've never told anyone else. Yes, about that night, because I trust you. But I don't trust Lenora. Not entirely. She's capable of so little, yet accused of so much. And I remain torn between wanting to protect her and the urge to suspect her. Ooh. So I think I've gone into the first couple of chapters of the book, and I am so far liking Riley Sager's writing. It's just an easy read, like it's easy to follow through with what's happening. There's nothing like too complicated about it so far. But yes, I think so far I'm liking Riley Sager's writing, and so far I'm liking the book. It's going at a steady pace. I mean, like I said, I'm only like a couple of chapters into it, but so the premise of this story is that a woman who is a caretaker. She's almost like a nurse, but not necessarily. She's like a nurse, but without like the qualification. So she's a caretaker, and she gets this job to go and look after this woman. And yeah, and it turns out that there's like an urban legend in like their town or something of that nature. There's like an urban legend in like their town, kind of like Pinky, but about a person who she killed her family when she was younger, when she was 17. And so she didn't think that this urban legend and like this rhyme, it wasn't even a nursery rhyme, it's a, what do you call it, like a rhyme, but like for like scary things. So that's kind of like, so she didn't think it was even a real person. So for her to find out that it's actually a real person who actually committed those crimes. But yeah, so she's going to be her caretaker. And yeah, so far we're just following through. And yeah, I like her as a character. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for now. Okay, so I'm at like the 85% mark. Like I'm 85% into the book, and I'm going to finish this book in 3 sittings, because this book, although it's not like very plot twist heavy, it's a very fast read. Like it's keeping me entertained, it's keeping me turning my page. I have been enjoying this book thoroughly. I've been enjoying the writing, I've been enjoying how the storytelling has been going. It's very simple to understand, and it's just going by very seamlessly, and I'm able to understand everything. It's not like just things just started happening and I'm just not like understanding it. Like when things start happening for the sake of like having the big reveal at the end. No, everything is going by in order, and I'm able to understand, and I'm enjoying this book. I am really enjoying this book, and that's all I can really say. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I barely slept, okay, because I just kept wanting to read. I finished most of the book in one evening, literally, and I am so tired, but I'm definitely going to finish it today, because this book, child, no, I love this book. The only way this could go wrong is if the plot twist is just like insane, like if not the plot twist, if the ending is just insane, which I highly doubt. But yeah, it's looking like about a 4.5 right now, depending on how the ending is gonna go. But I'm really enjoying this book. I'm really loving this book. My first Riley Sager book, and it is a banger, okay? But yeah. So I'm in the car, and I comb my hair using like an afro comb, and I usually start with that and then I go in with like a smaller comb. And when I tell you I couldn't find the smaller comb, so I asked if anybody knew where it was, right? So now I completely forgot to take that comb. I feel like my hair looks a hot mess and there's not really much I can do about it at this point. I feel like my hair looks like half combed. But yeah, so we just stopped at the bank and I'm going to the hospital with my father, like the 3 o'clock visit. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this book. By the time I get back home, I would have been done with this book. Maybe I would have even started with the next one, because the next one that I'm going to read is The Last Time I Lied. Okay, that's the one I'm gonna go in next. I'm going to finish with The House Across the Lake because I feel like that's the most popular one and that's the one that everybody recommends, so I wanted to go with that one last. But I'm almost done with the book. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. I've been loving this book. Like, if I really love the ending, this book might actually be a 5 stars because I am anticipating what's gonna happen. I'm eager to see what's gonna happen. It's a page turner, like it's actually a page turner. This pimple here is so bad, but this book is a page turner. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finish. I'm so excited to know what's going on. I'm really just like having the time of my life with this book. It is so hot also, like it's really hot today. I brought my jacket in case it like gets cold because I know like hospitals tend to get cold, so I'm just gonna put it here and then maybe put it on if I need to, but it's super hot. But yeah, that's the only update that I have. I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. I'm loving this book so much. It's giving like, I don't know what it's giving. I wanted to say Verity, but like better. But it's not even really like the same premise. So I don't know. I think maybe the being bedbound aspect is kind of similar, but not really. But yeah. So that's it. So I'm wearing this cap because I was busy with the laundry outside, but I don't know, I feel like I look weird in it, but but yeah, anyway, so I finished reading that book and I absolutely loved this book. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I am going to give my first Riley Sager book a 5 stars. I feel like these are the type of thrillers that I absolutely enjoy reading. I feel like it was fast paced, it was a quick read. Like, okay, maybe not fast paced, but like it was it was actually fast paced. It was a quick read. I wanted to binge this book in one day because I was thoroughly enjoying it the entire time through. If you think you know what's going on in this book, you don't. If you think you're gonna predict the twist, you won't, okay? If if you think you're gonna predict any of the twists, okay, you won't. If you think at any point in the book you know what is going on, best believe you don't. Because this book, I love how effortlessly everything went by. I love how I was able to understand what was going on. You know, like when you're reading a thriller and they just kind of just like add things and you're just like, okay, but how did we get here? Like, how did everything was explained and everything made sense? Everything was so effortless. I cannot wait to reread this book. And that's when you know that a book is 5 stars for me. Because I'm like, as soon as you're done with it and you're on the last page, you're like, I cannot wait to reread the book. And like go back and see all of the things that I missed initially. I absolutely loved this book. I didn't predict what was going on in this book at any point in time, okay? At any point, I didn't predict what was going on. I don't know, maybe, yeah, but this book, I love it. I love this book. I didn't actually end up reading, what did I say I was gonna read? The last time I lied. I didn't actually end up starting with that one. I'm going to start with that one today. But this book is a thumbs up for me and a 5 stars, honey. I thought of maybe giving it like a 4, like a 4.5, but I'm like, it's giving me 5 star. It's giving me 5 star feelings. I am obsessed. I loved this book. Loved it. So I'm started with The Last Time I Lied, and I'm having a hard time understanding what's going on in this book. Okay, I'm like on the first 3 pages, and I keep having to go back and like restart a page or like a paragraph, or like just go back like higher, because I don't understand what's happening. It feels like she's like dreaming, but then I'm like, what? Why would you start a book with a dream? I'm so confused, and I hate being confused in books right off the bat. That annoys me so much. I'm just like, are you serious? Okay, anyway, so I was still talking about this book, and I don't know. I thought maybe I would read like the description of the book. I'm reading this off of Storygraph. That's what I use. I know a lot of people use what's that other one? Goodreads. I usually use Goodreads for like to see the reviews or to see like people's comments and things like that. But to like keep track of my reading and all of those things, I use Storygraph. I find Storygraph has like a simpler, like the method in which they use to track like my reading is a lot easier for me. I've never really been like a person that like used to use Goodreads. I recently started like had an account on Goodreads, because before that I just read books and but now I have like I try to keep record of all the books that I've like read, because it's. But anyway, so I use Storygraph. Now the description says, she says she's innocent, but everyone lies. It was Emma's first summer away from home. She made friends, she played games, she learned how to lie. But then 3 of her friends went into the woods and never returned. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, 15 years later, Emma has been asked to go back to the newly reopened Camp Nightingale. She likes to think she's laying old ghosts to rest, but really she's returning to the scene of a crime. Okay. I think now that I've read this description, I might actually like feel like I have a clue as to what's going on. Okay. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, maybe not like now. But so far, I don't know. So far, we're not off to a good start. Okay, we're not off to a good start. But let's just continue reading and then see what happens. Okay, so I feel like I'm finally getting into this book, right? And I'm starting to enjoy it. I think the prologue was what was kind of just weird for me, because I kept reading it and rereading it and rereading it, and even after being done with it, I still didn't understand what was happening like at all. You know that feeling when you're like reading, but you're not like, what is it called, retaining any of like what you're reading. But I did like now I'm on chapter 3, and I've gotten into it, and I'm enjoying it currently right now. And yeah, it's a page turner. It's getting really hard for me to like put it down, and I really want to go to bed because I have an early morning tomorrow. But it did take me a few days. Okay, like this is currently like a few days later, because it was hard for me to really just want to continue reading that book. But like I said, this is about a woman who's, when they were younger, 3 of her friends went missing, right? And she'd only known them for like 2 weeks at like summer camp. But one of the girls, she talks about her like more vividly than the others. She's always thinking about this one more than the others. It feels like she knew them for so much longer, especially one of the girls. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like she was in love with her or something, because the way that she talks about this one girl in particular, it's kind of like she loved her. It's genuinely kind of like she loved her more than the other two. And apparently she'd only known them for 2 weeks. But yeah, so I've gotten into it and I'm kind of enjoying it right now. And yeah. So I'm reading this book and I'll do like a more like in-depth update tomorrow. But I'm reading this book and the relationship that our main character had with one of the girls, the one that I'm saying is like obsessed with, is so special, and it makes me so sad. I'm getting a little teary-eyed, but yeah. This is one of those I finished but at what cost moment, because I am so tired. I stayed up late. Like, I think I slept at like 6 a.m. or like just after 6, and I had to finish that book. Okay, I had to know like how it ended. So I'm having a sachet of cappuccino. I don't really drink, like, the coffee that I drink is Jacob's, but hopefully the cappuccino will give me an extra boost, Kesana, because I'm tired. I woke up, I slept, like I said, I slept like after 6, and I woke up at around 9:30ish. So yeah. Nice and frosty. I don't really like sachets like these, but this one's good. Okay, so I finished reading that book yesterday. I'm in the bathroom because the lighting is a bit better. I don't know if maybe it's probably like an echo. But I finished reading that book yesterday and I'm having such a hard time deciding how much I'm gonna give the book. I thoroughly enjoyed reading that book. Like I just said, I stayed up late finishing it, okay? And the ending, I didn't so much mind the ending, but there was just something about it that was so off-putting, okay? And like, I can't say it was a terrible ending, but I guess it wasn't very like, it was twisty, but like, I don't know. I did enjoy the relationship between Viv and I forget, Emma. And I just thought it was so cute and just how much she loved her. And I think it just showed the type of impact that person can have in your life. even if it's for a short period of time. Like she spent, it was meant to be 6 weeks, but I don't think they made it to the full 6 weeks. But the time that she spent with the girls, the way you just saw how Viv had a lasting impression on her, that was very cute to see. I thought that was amazing. And yeah, there were parts where I genuinely just cried because their relationship was like, albeit she was like a little bit, she was a bit of a bitch, but she genuinely loved her, and I don't think that was fake at all. So yeah, I don't know, I might need to take a couple of days to think about it, like how many stars I'm gonna give the book, just like reflect on it a little bit more, because right now I don't know. But it's definitely up, like if not a 4, it's above a 4. It's definitely not lower than that, because I was in shade the entire time. I've had 3 hours of sleep and I'm tired, but yeah, it was definitely well worth it. But yeah, that's kind of like my update. I don't think I'm gonna read the next book today, or any book today for that matter of fact. I'm gonna have an early night. Maybe I'll start with The House Across the Lake tomorrow and keep it moving. Ranking of frequency is up. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, I really need this today. Hey guys, so I started reading, what was that book? The Riley Sager book, The House Across the Lake, and that book started with a bang, I tell you. The book started on such a high note. I'm just like gagged. And yeah, hopefully I enjoy that book. Hopefully it keeps going like really good. And yes, that's like literally the only update that I have. I'm so far enjoying the book, and yeah, but from what I can remember, the premise is about a woman who lives by like a lake, and then she like spying on the house across the lake from, and she sees the man killing his wife. I think that's basically the premise of it. And yeah, so there's like a then point of view, and then there's a now point of view, which I don't quite mind. I just hope it doesn't take me in a direction that starts to get a little bit confusing when like things start to blur a little bit for me. But yeah, hopefully everything goes well, and yes, that's the only update that I really have for now. Hey guys, so like I said earlier on, well, technically yesterday, because today is the next day, I started reading The House Across the Lake, and usually I sleep with like my bonnet, but one is MIA, the other one is like greasy and dirty, so I'm obviously gonna sleep in it, and then the other one is like stretched out, so it's whatever. But anyway, so I am about 70 pages into the book, and there's honestly just something about Riley Sager's writing, okay, that makes the books. I saw in the book that I'm reading, Alex Michaelides, that name is so hard to pronounce, the one that wrote The Silent Patient, he blurbed it and says it's unputdownable. And I feel like that's what Riley Sager's books are. Like his writing, I love the writing of it in his books, and they grab you, and just the way everything is so cohesive and it makes sense. I absolutely love his writing and the way he writes his books. Just like I don't know how to explain it, but like when you read his books, everything's like so cohesive and it just flows effortlessly, and you don't have to be stretching too far in the back of your brain or too far further to like remember what was happening or anything like that. I don't know if that makes sense in the slightest, but I love his books. I've been enjoying them, and this book is going so well so far. Okay, like I said, I'm like page 70 of the book, which is about 20% in, which isn't very far, but yeah, I'm gonna try and force myself to go to bed now because I'm fighting the sleep and the headache that I'm getting from it. Insane. But I don't want to put this book down. It's been a joy to read. It's been a joy to read all of his books, and yes, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. But yeah, I'm gonna force myself to go to bed now because I am super tired. Like I said, I have a headache, and yeah, good night. So I am still reading The House Across the Lake, and I'm having a hard time getting through this book. One, I'm bored. Two, does she have to tell us that she's an alcoholic like all the time? I'm on my fifth bourbon. Or is it 6? Or is it 7? Or is it 1,000,000? I'm just like, jeez. 3, I'm just bored. And at this point, I've been reading this book for weeks, and I'm not even halfway. Not weeks, but like a full-on week, and I'm not even halfway. I have zero urge to continue reading it. I'm bored. I genuinely don't think I care what happened to anybody or what's gonna happen with anybody. I'm just like, I'm gonna try and like push through because I'm so hopeful that it gets good, but no. Like, give us unreliable narrator, but you don't have to tell us every 2 seconds that she's a drunk. We get it. I'm just, I don't know. About like 75% into this book, and the direction in which it decided to take this book into, what? Like, huh? Like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me why it decided to go in this direction. Now I just can't wait to finish because what to say I'm shocked would be an understatement, because I don't know, child, I don't know. The big reveal at 75% is like mind-boggling, because I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, how did we get here? Hopefully I can finish this book because I've just about had enough. It's something, okay? It's something. But yeah. This is to finish my first testing Riley Sager books. And yeah, I have thoughts. Okay, so I switched on my flash, like the light, because it's very like dark and like gloomy in my room. It's literally in the afternoon. But anyway, so I finally finished my Riley Sager, testing out Riley Sager for the first time. And okay, let me just get into the last book that I read. Let's start there. And let's ignore the nails once again because I still haven't got them out. I actually have an appointment tomorrow, okay, to take them out. But anyway, so this book had a trope that I didn't like. And had I known that this book would have had this trope, I probably would have read a different Riley Sager book, okay? Now, I don't want to say what the trope is in case it just like ruins the book for you, because it probably will. It probably will. But if you've read Daisy Darker, it's the same type of trope. There's a trope in that one as well. And I literally enjoyed Daisy Darker right until that very end when you finally realize what the trope was. But here, the trope came in at about the 75% mark. And I was still waiting for the book to get good. Like, I was still waiting for it to get better. I was like, is this the plot twist? There has to be something better, you know? But no, that was mainly it. The other one was okay. But I feel like when I read books that have this trope in them, anything is possible after that. You know, like birds could talk, and animals could talk, and people could start flying, and you know, like anything is possible once you bring in that certain trope. I feel like for me it takes the thriller aspect out of the book, you know, when just about anything is possible. Like, you literally have to suspend your disbelief too much. And I just, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that. And I also felt like the book was just dragging. I felt like they could have gotten to their point a whole lot quicker. A whole lot quicker. Would have saved me the trouble. But yeah, because I felt like I had to force myself to finish it because I wasn't having the best of times. I wasn't having the best of times. And I started this book a while ago and I read like other books in between. And I only just finished it today. That in itself should tell you something. I'll check on my story graph and let you know how long it literally took me to finish this book. But no. Okay, so I'm going to do like my final wrap up. I read 3 Riley Sager books. I feel like that, like I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like that is like, it gives me like an average as to which types of, like, whether or not I like this writer, right? I will say I will definitely continue reading more Riley Sager books. Yeah, maybe I'll start with like his backlog and just start looking into those. But I will definitely be reading some more Riley Sager books because the first book I read was The Only One Left, right? And I gave that book 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed that book. It's one of my all-time favorite thriller books. It's adding on to my list of all-time favorite thriller books. Absolutely 110% enjoyed that book. I thoroughly enjoyed that book. I don't know if you can hear the planes. There's like an airport close by and I can literally hear the plane. But anyway, so that's that. And then the second one that I read was The Last Time I Lied. And I had some qualms with that one a little bit, which is why I gave it like a 4.25. I didn't feel like it deserved a 4, but I also didn't feel like it deserved a 4.5. So I put it at like 4.25 because I really did enjoy that book. But there were just like little things about it that were just like, was this necessary for the story? But I really did enjoy that one. This one, okay, the last book, The House Across the Lake. And I feel like that's the book that gets recommended the most. I'm kind of disappointed. I expected this one to be, you know, but I gave this one a 3.25. I thought of giving it a 3.5, but the book was also really long. Like, it was just too long for me. And then I thought of giving it a 3, but I was like, it was a bit creative, it was a bit thrillery, so I couldn't necessarily give it a 3 because I wasn't all the way bored, right? But then I couldn't give it a 3.5 because it was too long. So I gave it a 3.25. And yeah. Okay, so I quickly had to just like look at my ratings again just to make sure, and I was right about that. So an average rating of Riley Sager as a 4. I rate Riley Sager about a 4, which is really good. It's really good. So yeah, like I said, I will definitely continue reading some more Riley Sager books. And yes, until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog. I hope you guys will like, I hope you guys will comment, and I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel and join my little family. Until next time, guys, bye.